welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
In a state that lives and breathes football, welcome inside the massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, a couple of rivals from the NFC East squaring off. It's the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Here's Cavante Turpin on the return. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. Well, here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Dak to the air here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st down, here's Dak. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Up the gut they go with Williams. And the defense all over this run. Maybe got a yard there as he tried to bounce that one outside. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Would have been a tough 54-yard field goal, so instead they're keeping the offense out there on 4th down. They do snap it. Here's Prescott. That's Ferguson. He brings it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. They'll run the toss for Williams. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
You know, you call that toss play, it's almost like a challenge to cornerbacks, Kate. You're challenging their will and their want to. Can they get down there in time to make contact behind the line? In this case, well, challenge accepted and mission accomplished.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Here's Dak. Screen here for Williams. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
It's a nickel look from the Commanders. 3rd down. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Going all the way to the end zone here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
A 47-yard attempt.
Aubrey puts it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, well, it went right through.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
To kick off for the Cowboys.
Moore with a return. This makes it up to the 25. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Kate, when you partner a relentless work ethic with elite athleticism, you get Jaden Daniels. He put on an absolute show. One of the best rookie years in the history of the game for a quarterback. And with a work ethic and speed and arm, I don't know why he would ever slow down.
Daniels going to throw to get us started. That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. And gain 11 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Daniels going to keep it. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, getting it for the 1st time. He'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The runs that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Headed out right. That's the line, he's going to run for it. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. From the gun, a run for Krosky-Merritt. And some good space on that run, Brock. It's a gain of 8 into enemy territory.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Second down, give to Krosky-Merritt. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Daniels keeps it himself. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 42 as this opening drive continues. Play action now. Daniels lofts it deep right side. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for second.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And hold on, everyone. There's a Commanders player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. Six yards to go here. It's third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Cowboys closing in, and they get to it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Commanders punting on fourth down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
12-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground with Williams. They'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside. You know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. Dak now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. He completes it in traffic. And his short game gets them a new set of downs. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. It's Pickens on the slant. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Straight ahead with Williams. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Throwing on first is Prescott. Short pass brought in. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Drops this one down here for Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
From the gun is Prescott. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a design run. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You know, games that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
Brings up 3rd down.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Prescott to sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Williams fields the pitch. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Prescott here from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Dak to the air here. And the Commander's rush brings him down. on third down there with the sack.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
So fourth down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Aubrey puts it through. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here comes the Washington offense after the field, ready for their second drive. And they'll take over, facing a 6-0 deficit. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Outright, McCaffrey makes the grab. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Daniels. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Washington first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. To throw again, it's Daniels. That's incomplete left side. Not on the same page with his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
1st and 10.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Again, Daniels to the air. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he's going to work this down to the 32. And stop made by Donovan Ezeraku.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Daniels from the pistol. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders get a late score and tie it before the half.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Escapes the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Cowboys about set to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First call here coming from the shotgun. First down, here's Dak. Prescott is hit, he lost the football. But I believe the Cowboys were the first to the football. They were, so they keep possession. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's Pickens with a catch out right. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Prescott on 1st and 10. Completes it again to Pickens. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from the 32. Dak now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Commander's 25-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Williams on the carry. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Dak. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. Aubrey puts it through, and they've taken back the lead.
The field goal, to me, it's all about optics. Down by a little or up by a little. And either way, Kate, well, they know they got to raise their game in the second half.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. He's back to throw. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. This is brought in at the 15.
That's interference. Defense.
Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. Moody knocks it through, and they're able to convert despite that errant snap. So just a one-point game here at the break, Brock, as we go over to the EA Sports Halftime Reports with our buddy Scott Hansen.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
On first down, here's Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up second down. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Nearly an interception on that play. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Making the call himself. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
17 yards. And the Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Deron Bland.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Krosky Merritt on the zone read. He dodged the tackle. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's good for a Washington first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Play action now with Daniels. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. The tight end going in motion right. 2nd down and 10. Daniels. Finds him on the crossing route. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Another Washington Commanders first down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
Daniels on first down. It's caught. This is Krosky Merritt. It's going to be a short pickup down to the 22. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
To the air again. Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Krosky Merritt gets it from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
At the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Now he takes it, and he's tackled for a short gain.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had here, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he's not going to escape this. The Cowboys take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Hey, that's not an easy thing to do, Kate. Not against quarterbacks and the red zone offenses in this league, but what a tremendous effort to not only get the stop, but to end it with gusto and a sack.
Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. It's a 36-yard look for him. Moody knocks it through. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Turpin with a return. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Prescott, a quick throw, complete. And on 1st down, no place to go here. And they're going to take him out about a yard behind the line.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Dak. Completed over the middle. Small gain down to the 23. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. I love the call, Brock, but wrong situation there. The defense closes that sweep out behind the line.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
The Commanders in the dime set for this 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Short pass brought in. And they are on him short of that 1st down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Going for it, it's Williams. This one loses yardage and loses possession. He's stopped behind the line. They're turning this over on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The Commanders all set to regain possession. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here, Kronsky Merritt. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Daniels. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Give him 8 on that one. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Now run it out of the pistol. Krosky Merritt. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
This one left for Daniels. And they'll start some work to do now on third down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
It's a nickel set for the Cowboys on this third down. Here he goes, third and long. Oh, he puts some air under this one, right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up fourth and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Has some daylight through the 40. And that return's going to come to a close as we reach the end of our quarter. So we're through 3 here. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They'll run the toss for Williams. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On second down, a run with Williams. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
5 DBs out there for the Commanders on third. Prescott here from the gun. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Cowboys punting it away here on fourth, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Give it to Krosky Merritt. Jukes away from one. And he's going to be taken down right as he reaches that 20-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Washington first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
All set now. 1st and 10. Daniels. He finds Chigakonkwo for the grab. And And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Washington, first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Commanders' first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Daniels back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
To throw again on second down. Daniels. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Again, Daniels to the air. Across the line, he's going to run for it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
The Commanders ready for the punt. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out
Personal
right around the
foul.
15-yard
Roughing the
line.
kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives them a first down. Here's Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
For how well they were moving the ball on this possession, surprising. Surprising to see them get caught up now. And even more surprising, Kate, to see them knocked so far backwards with the sack. At this point, well, you got to get back on schedule. Maybe even a manageable 4th down if you don't get the first.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Running right side by McLaurin. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal. Krosky Merritt. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Here's another 4. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders now lead by 10. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11.
Commanders 20, Cowboys 9. Jake Moody
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Turpin with a return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Right side, Ferguson's got it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Prescott on 1st and 10. That's caught by Williams. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing again, Prescott. Well, there's another one to Williams. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Dak throwing again. He keeps it and takes off. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Headed right through the middle of the field. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Brings up 3rd down.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Dak now from the gun. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Cowboys now within one score in the fourth. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend the play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
So the touchdown was only a part of it, Brock. They're going to go for 2 now and try to make this just a field goal game.
The Cowboys will line up.
Prescott's going to throw for it. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Moore with a return. This makes it up to the 25. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He tucks it and takes off. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Commanders leading by 5. They're going to pass it here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, third down. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Cowboys bringing out an extra defensive back on third. From the gun, a run for Krosky-Merritt. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. He'll look to throw it. That's Pickens with a catch outright. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
A gain of
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
First down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Drops this one down here for Williams. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Setting up to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
He's gotten to his running back, and he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
1st and 10.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Back to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And he's got it! He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left! Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Prescott has his offense ready. They're going for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now.
That makes the score Cowboys 23, Commanders 20.
Great touch on that pass. You really need 2 things. You need perfect timing and execution to convert a goal line fade. They got both of them.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're thrown into a spot and believing your guy can get there.
5 still to go here. This is second down. To throw, Daniels. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.